Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the pregame conference before tonight's game at 7 o'clock. We're taking on the New York Rangers. I'll have highlights for you at the end of tonight's game at midnight. Enjoy the live conference. Excuse me.
Grammarly's 5 tips for writing a professional email.
Email writing is super important. That's why I'm going to break down everything you need to know for your next important email. Tip number 1, think positive. Sending an email that sounds...
How did you get hurt on Saturday?
Just got jammed up. Nothing too serious, but obviously bad enough for me not to play. So, but as I said, feels better today. So we'll see tonight.
What's it to get back in the room?
Yeah, it's nice. Obviously, a guy we've seen before. So good to see him today. Awesome guy. So yeah, good to have him here.
What do you remember him being able to bring in this year last?
A lot of strength. Good hitter, and plays hard from your own net and stuff like that. So that should be good first.
Bobby, what do you think Ilya Lyubushkin could bring to this team?
Physicality, just some willingness to win, I think, and that's exciting for us. And happy to have him. Happy to be on our team and not on the Ducks anymore. That's for sure.
You talked about your run-in with him in Anaheim yet?
Just briefly in passing. Told me he's a good fighter. He's like, no. I was like, yeah, you're pretty strong. You know how to do it. And he's like modest and saying no. But yes, happy to have him on this side of it. So I don't have to do that again.
Can it affect the way forwards play when there's a guy like Ilya back there that you know if you've got your head down that he can make you pay the price?
Yeah, I think so. I think guys are aware of guys that play that way and that are physical and will make you pay the price. So I would say so. I think guys are going to be aware, and it's a nice addition for sure.
What do you think Yarncroke can bring to your line, assuming he's good to go tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you see the way he was playing before. He's fast. He works hard. He's hard on pucks. He's always on the defensive side too. So he plays a good 200-foot game as a winger, and it'll be exciting to play with him.
How's the chemistry coming along with John since you've been with him?
Yeah, it's been great so far. I think just the communication side of it, after shifts, after games, things like that, I think that goes a long way, and he has a lot of insight that I'm still learning from, always learning from, and he's played a lot of games, so just trying to learn and take that from him and try and work with him as best I can.
What's it like being around him, just on a more regular basis, playing on a line with him?
Yeah, I think I was aware before how professional he is and how much he pays attention to detail and does everything with purpose. So now I get to see and have a little closer look, and I think it's a great front row seat to how professional you need to be to stay in this league for so long.
This Rempe kid has obviously got a lot of headlines. Do you have to kind of keep your eye out if he's on the ice with you tonight?
Yeah, I think he's made a bit of a name for himself for sure. Something to be aware of. He's a big body, he's a big boy, he plays hard, and yeah, it's something to be aware of, but not going to change anything, not going to adjust based on what they have in the lineup. We're worried about what we're doing, and I think we're going to have success.
What's this game going to be like tonight? I mean, two pretty hot teams, Eastern Conference contenders. Like, what's this game going to be like, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you could almost say it's a bit of a playoff preview because both teams are just heavy, playing skilled, playing hard to win. I think it should be exciting.
More of us here than in Anaheim. What was your reaction? What's it like to be back?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's easy to join this team for me because I know this organization, I know these guys, my teammates. It's unbelievable.
Did you tell a trade was close or was coming? Or were you surprised?
I'm not surprised. I was ready for this, but yeah, trade every time little surprise. But yeah.
What do you recall? What did you like the most about being with the Leafs a couple years ago?
Teammates and organization. Yeah, I feel like it's big family here.
What's it like to get traded?
I guess I'm used to it. I don't know. I'm excited to get traded to Toronto Maple Leafs. You know.
Ilya Samsonov spoke highly of you yesterday. How did you guys sort of develop that friendship?
Yeah, we're really close to each other. He's big my friend, and super excited to see him here.
You've never played with him, though, right? You've never been on a team with him?
No.
Even in Russia? No.
He wanted to pick you up, but it was too late. When did you get in last night? And how are you feeling now?
His smile, see, like, he's walk around and smile. Yeah, it's nice.
What time did your flight land at, though?
Around 11.
Okay. So it's a short night. Were you able to sleep last night?
5-6 hours. It's okay.
Was it-
long nap.
What do you remember about playing with Morgan Riley?
Yeah, he's good player, good partner. You know, it's unbelievable what I had a chance again play with him together. You know.
What's it like to be a Maple Leaf in this market with all the attention?
I don't know. I say I'm super excited. Yeah, and I like what I'm here.
Well,
What was it like playing Ilya with Radko Gudas this year? Did you pick up any elements of his game that you've tried to work in yours?
It's so interesting because this guy every time happy, and he's bringing a lot of energy for everyone. You know, he's not so young anymore, but he's still pumped every game. You know, it's crazy, like how you can see how hard he can work. You know, every shift.
What will it be like for you tonight to jump right in, like without a full practice? And the Rangers obviously are a very good opponent.
I try don't think too much about this, just ready for a game, you know, and play my game.
You get a chance to be on a contending team again. Like, how hungry are you to get back to the playoffs and be part of it?
It's best part of hockey life, you know. So no words.
One of the things I struggle with as a working professional is email anxiety. So what's been life-changing for me is using Grammarly for work. It's like having a virtual assistant with you 24/7. Grammarly helps me be more concise and confident when sending.
So you get two righties in the blue line tonight?
Lyubushkin will be in. Liljegren is, I call a game time decision, but it's encouraging at this point.
What did you like about how Riley and Lyubushkin played together when they were a pairing a couple years ago?
Just seem to complement each other well. You know, Lyubushkin himself was, you know, at that time brought a lot to our team in terms of physicality and just competitiveness and just being hard to enter our zone, hard to be around our net, which was something that we really needed at that time. And I think you still need it. I think we've improved in that area with just our team mindset and some of our personnel, McCabe and Benoit and Lyubushkin will add to that, but it also just seemed to compliment Morgan well and bring out the best in him. So that, I think I was alluding to that a bit yesterday, is just part of it is what Lyubushkin brings and part of it is how it impacts the rest of the group and enhances everybody else. And, you know, you couple that with Liljegren coming back, so if you look at it now, you get, you know, Riley, a partner that he's done well with, and it's a good place for us to start here with Lyubushkin coming in with some familiarity there. And then we get Brody on the left side too. So I think just that one move, you know, is able to sort of snap some things into place for us, and we like the look of it, and you know we'll monitor it.
What do you like about Brody on the left?
It improves his ability to see the ice and move the puck. So you're defending less, you're getting the puck in the hands of the forwards better, quicker. That's what I've seen. You know, you get to see a lot more of the ice from that side, and execute the passes is that much cleaner. Obviously, anytime you're forced onto your backhand, like it's really difficult to be on your backhand and be surveying the ice. Usually, when you're on your backhand, you're looking at the puck. When you're on your natural side, you know, you're seeing the ice and the puck, you can just feel it. You don't even have to look at it, but the backhand complicates things quite a bit. So that's what I would say. I've seen the biggest improvement with Broads being over there is just one less thing for him to worry about and think about when you're on your offside. Obviously, he's managed that extremely well over his career, but it doesn't mean it's not easier to be on the left. It certainly is. Yarny's good to go.
Fighting's changed a lot in the game since you played. It's changed even more in the last decade. Where does fighting fit in the modern game? What role does it have?
I mean, everybody would have a different opinion on that. You know, I think it still has its place in the game. I think you've seen a real evolution where it's, you know, it's gone. Seems like the stage fighting off the face-offs and stuff like that is really, you know, pretty much extinct. You know, there's been a little bit of an uptick of that here recently, but pretty much extinct. And then it's more so now reactionary, where it's part of the game. Something happens, it's a big hit, and that seems to where it seems to have gone. I think that something that seems like the fans are still entertained by, very much so. Players themselves, I think, just as they are coming up through juniors and into pro hockey, I think it's less a part of the culture and less a part of what they're taught or developed or what they latch onto as young players. So I think just naturally you see less and less of it as a result. So, you know, as a result, you get less fighting at all levels. That's just kind of the way that it goes. But you know, as we saw the other night, just even in our game, like, you know, Revo gets a big hit and kind of rises the temperature of the game, and then there's a fight in response to that rises the temperature of the game. And you know, I think to that degree it has its place. But at the same time, you know, I have a brother that I think had over 200 fights in his time in through hockey, and that's a tough thing to go through when you're watching them. So, you know, I certainly see the safety side of it.
How would you assess Reeves' ability to kind of read the situation and stir the pot at the right times?
Yeah, he's a pro. He's done it a long time, so he knows his spots. He's very comfortable in it. Obviously, for a guy like him, it gets to be harder to find fights. You know, as you get older, you're not going looking for them as much either. So it's all part of it. But you know, whether it's Revo or I'm sure I'm getting these questions because the Rangers coming in here, as much as I think that's a part of it, a lot of that stuff is sideshow stuff that really doesn't have much impact on the game as we think. And it's more about the play on the ice. You know, I'm watching this, you know, this Rangers fourth line. Like, these guys are coming in and doing a good job. They're not playing a lot, but they're forechecking well. They're all around the net. They're hard to handle once they get running around in the offensive zone. So they're being effective in those ways. Revo has played some terrific hockey, and opposition's had a really hard time handling him, with him skating and playing the way that he is, and the chemistry he's developing here with Holmberg and Kampf. To me, that's more of what it's about. You know, is how you can impact the game. The sort of the threat, if you call it that, of the physicality and the fighting is one thing on this sort of that's out there. But when those players can play and impact the game, now you've really got something.
What's been the difference in this game?
Sorry?
In Reeves' game, what's been the difference, Sean? In this
to me, it just is, I would say his skating and his work. So I don't, you know, his skating and his work rate, like his feet are constantly moving. And he's a big, strong man, and it's really hard to contain him. He's a very smart player, like right from preseason. That was very obvious to me. He's a smart defensive player. He knows where to go. His sticks in good spots. He gets pucks out on the wall. He does little things well, but now his rate of speed in which he can make a defensive play and then get onto offense to help keep his line on offense. The way he can forecheck and then also now blend that with back checking and killing plays in the neutral zone. All that stuff has gone way up. So I think some of it is probably, you know, a conditioning piece. Like, he's done a lot of work. He skated a lot. The time that he was out of the lineup, he worked a lot with our development people and just focused on himself and his game. And I'm sure there's part of it's a mindset too. He doesn't want to come out of the lineup. You know, that's part of it. No player would probably want to admit that, but you know, I've said it before. You know, and it's a dangerous thing if you're the players, of course, but as a coach, you recognize it. A lot of our guys that have been in and out of our lineup and have come out, they've come back in as better versions of themselves, whether it's been Robertson or it's been Reeves or Kampf, and Holmberg's come in and out, McMahon, all the way through, are guys that have sort of, come out a little bit and had come back in, have come in with a renewed mindset and have been really good. And Reeves certainly is one.